Yo, what up? This your boy DJ 250. You're now tuned in to KBK, Kings Building Kings 518 Podcast. I'm in the building with my man Dob, my man Dre. Now, this topic is about snitching, right? Everybody has a different level of what they feel snitching is. They feel snitching can be if they already have the evidence and they know and they already know what happened and you just have to reiterate or whatever. So my man Dre is gonna start the conversation of the podcast off. So what do you feel is snitching?
If you are in the streets and you doing dirt, when the dirt come back to you, how you gonna hold it down? I remember watching this music video called Snitch by Joyner Lucas. He broke it down. Bit by bit, scene by scene, word for word. If you're an average 9-to-5 person and say a child molester moves into your neighborhood, you know about it, is that considered snitching or keeping it real? What are you gonna do? Me, I'm gonna tell. Word. I'm gonna tell, just to let you know. Now, if I'm out in the street and I'm doing dirt and something happened, I get caught with a burner, get caught with drugs, I have to hold that down. Those are the consequences and repercussions of your actions. Period, point blank. When that happens, are you going to tell where you got the pistol from? Are you going to tell who gave you the drugs? If so, then you're going to have to hold it down. Period.
If crime ain't for you, don't do the crime. What do you feel, Doc?
I'm gonna go on the opposite side. Can you keep the secrets? You know, being a part of a brotherhood in the order, I had to keep many secrets for many years. And being a minister, I had to keep a lot of people's secrets for many years. The biggest complaint that people have with religion is that you go to the pastor, the imam, or whatever, and then this fool go out there and tell all your business. And you're confiding in him with your personal stuff, and then as soon as you get off the phone with him or whatever, he's going out there and telling your business. And to me, that eroded trust in the community for religion and religious leaders. But when you're a part of a brotherhood, I think that you learn to keep other people's secrets, and the more you keep people's secrets, to me, the charismatic person in the black community has always been the secret keeper. He's the guy that everybody could go to and they know he's going to hold water, he's going to die with their secrets. It's not necessarily the guy that will pop off on somebody. It's not the guy with bodies. That is for a moment. But long term, 4 or 5 decades from now, that dude kept my secrets. That woman kept my secrets. And I think that snitching on somebody when they not necessarily hurt somebody else, but just telling somebody's business, is a violation of brotherhood and sisterhood. Because somebody told you something, they said it's between me and you couldn't wait to get off the phone with them to tell somebody else. How many times have we heard between you and me? Between you and me. You know what I'm saying? Right. And 9 times out of 10, the person that's saying that don't even really mean that. You know what I'm saying? Or the recipient don't even, because they gonna tell somebody else. So my side of the whole snitching thing is, as a person that's a brother. For instance, I was going through some relationship drama like a year ago or whatever, and I had to correct my situation. And when I corrected my situation, it's only people in my closest circle, they knew what I was going through, and they didn't tell. You know what I'm saying? They didn't say anything because, you know, sometimes when you try and negotiate a separation or whatever, when stuff comes out and the other person hears it, it makes things kind of volatile for you, so to speak. And a lot of the stuff that we see on social media that goes back and forth between men and women is because somebody leaked what you thought about them or whatever. When you could have had a negotiation with somebody and an amicable separation, but they told your secrets and they got back to them. Next thing you know, you got me effed up, you know what I'm saying? And there's a whole bunch of stuff going on, and you know that person heard something they wasn't supposed to hear. Here, I asked the question again, can you hold the secrets? Because if you've seen bodies or whatever it is you've seen, whether in the streets or, I wasn't in the streets like that. I was in the movement. I spent all my adult life in the movement. But I saw just as enough crazy shit in the movement as you probably seen in the streets. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff I ain't never going to say. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff I ain't never going to say. And because of that, those same people that I came across, they still value me because they're going to say he's not going to tell what we all know.
Yeah.
See, let me just clear up what I said. If I'm out in the streets and I'm doing street shit, something happened, I'm holding it down.
Word.
If a child molester moves into my neighborhood and I'm a regular 9 to 5 person, I'm telling all the neighbors. Yeah, I'm telling. Relating to that, I'm telling. And any decent human being should do the same.
What would you do in that Busta Rhymes situation, though? Remember Busta Rhymes?
When the bodyguard was killed?
Yeah. What would you do as far as that's concerned?
See, that's tough because someone said to me, asked me, what if you seen such and such, your best friend's wife, with someone you know? Would you tell your best friend you seen his wife with another man? Like,
Depends which one I got loyalty to.
see, it's
I'm telling. I'm
The
telling.
level of loyalty. It depends on who. It depends on what's the strongest part you have the loyalty to.
right.
Do you have a loyalty to the guy that you saw her
True.
with, or the guy the guy you saw her with, or her husband? Because think about it. On one end, her husband could be somebody you don't even know, and it's your man
True.
that did it. But if the husband is your man, then you can be like, yo, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. Like, you just gonna have to deal with the repercussions of it once it's done and over with.
I fear domestic situations. I'm not gonna lie. I've seen people get murdered.
Yeah,
Over
and you
domestic.
saying you don't want to be the cause of that situation?
Absolutely, because there have been situations where
So,
it was
okay.
something similar. Then,
but you know what I want to say. You know what I want to say. I think bringing up that point, not saying something, if that's what that person does, is gonna happen again. And some of the time, the dude probably already know that that's how she is anyway. So you might have, you know what I'm saying? You might have caught that one time that she got caught cheating, but he might already know about the dude. You telling it, like you said, can lead to, I kind of know she's doing something, but I don't have the proof, and then you give the proof, so that can make it worse too.
but that's dealing with a lot of hypotheticals, though.
Yeah.
Especially in the domestic relation, especially in the domestic issue, that's a lot of emotion. And a lot of people allow their emotions to dominate or clog their logic.
Yes.
I've seen it.
When
I've seen it.
One of my rules is once I get to the point where I just have no control, I'm just like, I can't mess with the situation at
Right,
all. Like,
right,
and it happens. You might be a person that's not jealous or insecure, but certain emotions and affection that you have toward your partner, you've been with her for a couple of years or months or however long you've been with that person, you feel like, and that's the crazy part, like how they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Yes.
No doubt.
But
Yes.
when you in love like that, you know, you make that commitment. Marriage is that commitment.
Well, I do think
For
it's
some,
conditional,
for
though.
some.
I do think it's conditional to the point of what is that dude going to do when you tell him? Because there's been situations where you got a dude, and keep it 100. You might have a friend that's a simp, and once you tell him, it's him and his lady against you. Even though,
Absolutely.
even though she was sliding out on him like Quicksilver in the Marvel movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're like, oh, thank you for telling me that. Thank you for telling me that. Well, I talked to her, and she said this about you, and I'm like,
She
what?
said you was trying to holler at her.
Exactly.
See,
I have had that situation.
Domestics. That's why I fear that stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
But if it's a solid dude I know, I have faith I can talk him out of putting hands on her. That's just me. I have faith that I can talk him out of putting hands on her. I have faith that me being a dude that does domestic violence classes, you know what I'm saying, award-winning domestic violence classes, I have faith that I can talk him out of it. If it's a solid dude.
But when it comes to emotions, like that talk could be an hour or two. Once the disrespect and all that stuff start triggering, like the conversation could work for that amount of time, but it still could escalate. So yeah, it is a hard decision of what you're gonna do in that situation.
Wouldn't you want somebody to tell you?
Yo,
Your lady getting her back blown out.
I
2 doors down from your man. He saw her coming in and out of there like it's a hotel. And then it's 2-3 years later. He's like, I thought you was gonna kill her. He's like, I'm finna kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, that's.
I would want somebody to tell me.
So those situations are basically based on how you respond at that moment. So it's really no set answer that nobody can really give.
You share ideas,
Mm-hmm.
try to exercise these things, but it's a very difficult. It's
Question to
very
answer.
difficult, yeah, because you're dealing with a lot of
So
emotion.
we not giving y'all no set answers. You have to
Right,
figure
right,
out
right.
yourself.
It's a case by case basis. I think
Right.
we had 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We like to thank y'all. My man 250, Dre. Peace.